Ain't nothing because we can just cut what do you call it, copy and not copy and paste, but you can just
edit the
trim
thing.
and edit it.
Okay, so you got it going there.
But nah, what I said about the talking about that word is that it goes deep. I mean, it does, you know. And nowadays you see people like joke around about it and stuff, but they still don't even know.
So are we on our second episode now? We recording?
Yeah, it's just recording, yeah.
Okay, so it's Chatting with Larry, episode number 2?
Yeah.
Alright. So, the topic for this episode was going to be, what is the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to lead us off?
I mean, that's what we talked about earlier, and I was like, well, damn, we might as well just film it now.
Right on. So do you want to kick us off?
What'd you say? You called it
Get
what?
Started? The Matrix. What is the Matrix?
Yeah, I guess you're more of an introduction type guy.
Well, I mean, not only that, you're the one that actually has the presentable material on this subject, and I'm the one who's trying to absorb it and understand where you're really coming from without us, bickering and fighting and want to ripping each other's throats out,
What is the Matrix?
What is the Matrix?
So that's the actual title. Well, you wanna go first? You want me to?
I mean, the question's out there, so the answer needs to be spoken, huh?
What is the Matrix?
Because we were talking about, being under the, what's it called? Like the influence of the guidelines and structures of other companies.
There's a lot of people who go into, who talk about this topic, but they actually won't say certain things that you and I will right now. They follow some sort of structure to make sure it'll, I don't know, actually get attention. See, that's how you know it's authentic when you mention that. When you say that. I mean, come on now. That's when you know it's authentic when you say that. When people will just word things a certain way because they know it'll, get more attention. But
well, that would even go back to our first one where we put a couple questions down just to get us started off.
Yeah.
I see. Right.
But I mean, when you're being authentic, I mean, you don't really beat around the bush or make sure that you got like a script, like right now. Even though that wasn't really like a script, though, that was just more like genuine. Like I like to call it a genuine start off.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? Just like a genuine start off. But Matrix is when. Okay, I guess like I'll try to give you my thoughts. I guess is when you're not as aware of some things that the people who are quote unquote out of it are, but there's levels to it. I think that if you're someone who's in the Matrix, so what would it mean to be in the Matrix? You were following some sort of system that some other person created, and you were born into the situation, and you're so used to doing this pattern, and you're so used to doing this like this pattern, like this almost like this little calendar thing you got going on where you work this day and you work at this time to this time, and then after you do that, you're obligated to you're gonna meet your significant other at this job that was already set up for you. And now you guys are gonna, have kids and go to Walmart and shop and, make sure to buy the diapers and
right.
Get all the food to cook, and then you're just gonna do it, and everyone does it in their own different way. And everyone's got their own times and stuff like that. So the minute you will let things in that affect you negatively, and you're letting other people's and thoughts and feelings make you do things a certain way, then that's when you're under someone else's scheme,
finger, thumb, scheme. Yeah, sure.
So because the thing is a lot of things that we've done and a lot of mistakes we made was based upon because thinking that we had to do something because another person was doing it, and we could have did something else.
Right.
So
that's like taking this job that we just started. We won't say names. But I felt like I was obligated to do it, and so would I fall under being trapped in the Matrix because I decided to do it against my own will when I didn't really want the job in the first place?
A little bit, dude.
Right.
It is a little bit, because every day, but it's the way you look at it too. Because let's say you mentioned the job, right? Let's say and this is anyone. Let's not even say our situation. Anyone can find a job. And then, you know, let's say they have the same awareness we have. So that way we don't even have to act like it's us. If this person could choose to not do this job anymore, and now that they're in a space, as long as they're in the right space of wanting to move forward, and they utilize that time that job would have took up for their benefit or to grow themselves and get somewhere, then there will be another door opened, and that's out of the matrix, and that helps, like, you know.
So that would be where the internet would come in as a
and that's why
portal
people
or an outlet for people to do stuff.
And that's just why
it's
people
blowing up
go
so
on the
much,
internet.
basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
And that's it.
I can see that.
That's really it, dude.
see
And you
that.
just all do it. But that's when and you know, that's why some people don't like to talk about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's like at the end of the day, everyone is doing something, but just they're doing the same thing, but just in a different way. Now, how much stress and all this shit, and how much are you allowing other people's thoughts to affect yours, especially when it's under some guideline and you're doing it for the dollar.
So does routine play a role?
Routine, routines and patterns, and some people know how to do it right, and then that's when they did it the right way. And if you're doing it the right way, where it's in your benefit, then you're not really in the matrix. You're really not, because if it's working in yourself, because you know what's working for you. You're not working for something else. You're working for your benefit.
Right.
So that's when I tell you, my manager job, I was out of the matrix, because it was my benefit. I was good at it. It's what I did. I got greedy.
Okay, sure.
I didn't have to leave. I got greedy and thought I could do something better on my own.
Oh yeah.
And make more money on my own. And then you realize life's a bitch, and then it's tough, dude.
And you ended up taking it for granted.
I took it for granted, man. It was good money. I didn't even enjoy that money, man. I had to get surgery with that, and had little times when you could be doing better stuff with it, dude. And then you learn how to. So the earlier you learn, but yeah, man, it took it for granted, dude. It was
so most people, when they see this title, The Matrix, they're gonna immediately think of the movie The Matrix.
Maybe.
So it's gonna be like the computers, but it kind of sort of follows the thinking pattern. Because when you're in the computer, Neo was like the one, so to speak. So he goes into this computer world, and he has to deal with being the outsider of the box, which is what you're kind of calling the Matrix, right? Or is that
no. The thing, it's funny you mention that, because I actually never watched the movie. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah.
So that makes it even. That's keeping it real,
something
bro.
else. I talk about this stuff, but I never watched the Matrix movies. None of them. Never. I never.
Okay. Wow.
Is that something?
That is something actually. And with you being younger, I could kind of see that because it is an older movie.
Yeah.
Actually.
I never watched the movies, man. It'd be nice to watch it sometime.
I mean, basically, what it is a dude gets hooked up by computer cords in his back and his spinal cord, and all of a sudden he enters this new world called the Matrix, and it's like a computer generated artificial intelligence type of world. And so he's fighting, the Lord and the devil, so to speak, of the computer world, which would be the programmers, the guys that actually create the programs, which make all the little robots or people, humanity, do the things that they have created them to do, and they just completely repetitively do what they're supposed to do, to the point of repeating themselves even.
Damn.
So it's kind of an interesting theory. It hasn't just come from a specific source, like it's in the realm of plausibility, so to speak.
Wow.
But nobody can put a finger on exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're all just, we all really are doing the same thing, just in a different way. It's just something else, man. I don't know.
It makes me wonder, is it robotic? Do we choose this? Or are we born into this?
If you're for example, if you're in the Matrix, there's no such thing as like that person doing what we're doing right now, for example.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like they are just
they're wiping the baby's
fixated,
ass, getting ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, like they're fixated on like a one way of thinking type thing, right?
I see.
And it's like you have to wait for someone to create something in order for you to want to be a part of it or something.
So let's get this out of the way right off the bat. Just because they're in the Matrix doesn't mean that they're a bad person, though, right?
No, not at all.
We have to clear that subject.
Not at all.
It's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? You got to clear that. We're not saying because you're in the Matrix you're a bad person.
There's a bunch
we're out of it. We're a better person.
There's a lot of evil people out there who are very intelligent.
Right. So now we're getting
and they know what they're doing, and and then evil.
And there's even good people that are naive.
Itself,
you could say.
yeah,
There are good people that are naive and get taken advantage of, so to speak.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying, man? And you know, you take a gamble or a chance at life to really see what some things are about when you saw a couple of correspondences, and you know, sometimes things do good, and sometimes things you gotta learn a little, you know.
So that poses another question then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if a person is on the outside looking into the Matrix, as we have deemed it in our blog, so to speak, do we try to figure out what to gain from it, or how to change it, or do we just let it be and sit back and watch it and talk about it? You see what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's just about,
what is the purpose behind
growth,
the whole...
building growth, and just changing and just trying to make things, you know, because
kind of like a self-seeking betterment or something.
I mean,
maybe,
the type of, like, if we really wanted to, because I don't know what the motive, you know, this is the question,
right?
You know. I guess we did ask it as like a question, but you know, when it comes to a lot of this stuff, you got to look at, like, you know, selfishness and stuff like that too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You even brought up before in the conversation
and just,
we had.
You know, well, everyone, like, you know, you really got to put in your part to get something back, kind of. And you know, if you really care about changing the world, then you do it in some sort of way. I think us having even like a convo like this, it can open up the. Right. You know, and by the way, guys, now I'm stepping outside of the realm real quick. Make sure to like and share and to subscribe to this video if you like it and you want more. We'll just, you know, sometimes we're just gonna talk about some random topics. If you're into this type of stuff, you can always comment and share. But you know, because you know, people, you stumble upon some stuff, man, that's interesting, you know.
Yeah, I do.
When you like see a different perspective of things, like how you mentioned the AA meeting and the freaking, man, when you said that, I was like, dang, how someone, like, because I never thought about that. And it sounds like simple, but people don't think like that. When you were like, you're at an AA meeting and you're talking about how you quit drinking alcohol, but you just drank like hella cups of coffee before you just came in to say that.
Yeah.
I was like, dude.
Right.
I didn't like, man.
It's like addiction switching.
So I mean,
but
which,
yeah,
you know,
you
someone
feel so good about your alcoholism because it's a bad addiction, dude. Like, alcoholism sucks. People wake up shaking. Takes 2 days for them to be able, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have to go get them a beer, and it's almost a conditioning because it's an actual physical.
Yeah, man.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like, they're in physical DTs. Like, they really literally got to. It's either walk around for 2 days shaking, like I said, but I can't even hold a pen and write my name because I'm shaking so much, or go get me a bottle of alcohol.
Yeah.
That's some serious shit.
Yep.
Now, you probably wouldn't have that happen on caffeine.
I mean, man.
No, but obviously, man, caffeine is an addictive
It's the little
drug.
things. It's the little things, man. I told you about how I do the Dunkin' Donuts $11 a day for a period when I was, you know, when I was
going
in
for 1 or 2 cups of coffee,
jobs, man. 2 cups. I get the
for $11,
large caramel craze,
$5.50.
large signature caramel craze latte. So good, dude.
Wow.
So good. Yeah.
That's as much as a dime bag of meth,
$11, man. $11 a day. You know. But you do that because you know that's when you have a job and you know money's coming in and stuff, you know?
Right.
So, but like, think about what else you could do with that. If you're not buying those 2 coffees and you're like, let's say you're investing it into something.
So the next question would be is, what is the difference between the guy or the woman, no one specific, that wakes up and is like, I've heard people tell me this many times, I can't even get to work without my cup of coffee. Yeah. What's the difference between that and a dude, you know, sleeps on a park bench and's got to get up and get his next fix, whether it be alcohol, meth, heroin? You got people overdosing on this stuff. This is real deal stuff.
Yeah, I think the difference is, like, there are, like, you know how you ever take like a drug class and they have like different schedules?
Oh yeah,
they have a different schedule. So like I mean, some things are gonna affect you more. I mean, yeah, caffeine is dangerous, but I mean, obviously alcohol is like way more like toxic.
Oh, this like, so proves the point that I'm even talking about, right?
Yeah, like
so
alcohol.
So it's what? This is the word I'm looking for.
alcohol is so much more detrimental, and it's like made that purposely that way. That's why you can purchase it, dude. Like alcohol is so much more detrimental than so many.
I've often wondered if alcohol is not the worst of all the chemicals.
It's socially acceptable.
Socially acceptable.
Socially
Why is alcohol
acceptable.
the worst? Possibly.
But
Okay,
it's
we can't
socially
deem it because we're not
acceptable, yeah.
doctors. We don't have degrees to say
Yeah.
that we know enough. But if it kills people and it makes people have shakes and people can't get up off the bench, you see what I'm saying?
And
Because of alcohol,
what-
and it's legal.
And what did we say the most stupid people in the world are? Drunk drivers.
Yeah, right. Plug ding.
Drunk drivers are the dumbest people in the world. Sorry.
Wow,
That's actually my take right
that
there.
is for real though.
That's my take. How are you gonna drive when you know you're drunk? I just don't get it, bro.
If I ever
I
ran
don't
over
get it.
somebody and killed them because I was drinking and driving, my conscience would never let me let it down.
and
Live it down. Ever.
that's officially
I don't know how I
my
could sleep
statement.
for another night. And I've drank. It's not like I don't ever drink, and I'm looking down on drinking. But there's something more
So-
to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is the one thing that can kill people like that legal? Whereas, you know, pot, we'll even just take pot, something that most people don't even think is a drug. It's medically okay.
Some states are what, like decriminalizing
You know, it's medically
it now?
okay and
Yeah.
it's decriminalized, but you can still go to jail over a dime bag of weed in
Yeah,
some
man.
states.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
I ain't never seen anybody
I don't like.
jump the fence,
It is what
break
it
a
is.
window, run into somebody's house and steal their mama's gold tooth
See,
over a freaking dime bag of weed.
The thing is that you can know and you can understand, because I understand all of that. I already understand the foundation of all of that, but
Right,
so
right.
that's why I don't question it, because I already know. I just don't question it. Because you already know why the alcohol is in the gas station right there, because it's staged.
It's staged. There you go.
I don't even like
Now, is
using that word,
part of the Matrix?
but it's like, because you already know you already know what most people who aren't awake are gonna do on that. Now, if you're someone who knows how to use that stuff to your
Oh,
benefit, then that's when you have things like celebrities and artists, and they can you can create, and you can use it for creativity and stuff like that. But a lot of people just end up getting, they have problems, they have medical issues, and that's their way of what's that word of when you drink to the
Cope.
pain away or
Cope
something.
or get
Cope,
rid of your
to
feelings.
cope.
Yep.
To cope.
Yeah.
So, for example, I told you about history with weed, right? That was to cope with pain in my jaw. It wasn't to
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, and that's just a broad thing. I don't even like to really talk about stuff like weed, because like people are so different on it. You'll have people say you lose brain cells on it.
Right. Sure.
Man, I don't like.
Some people seem to be smarter or
see,
more creative.
There's a time where I could tell you I got into an actual debate with a woman who was studying to be a nurse, who told me that you will lose brain cells on marijuana, and she and I were going back and forth for a good minute.
Sure. I can
For a
see it.
good minute, man.
see it.
Yep.
Because if you smoked a lot of pot, you should be dumb right now.
Dude, but
I
I'm
mean, really,
not.
by that theology, though, you know what I'm saying?
Like I'm not,
you should be
you
an
know what I'm
idiot,
saying?
dude. So many brain cells
No.
dead, you're dumb.
But yeah, man. But you know what? Is there any more you want to add? We're about to reach that 20-minute.
Yeah, we are. So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's been a good little conversation.
pretty good. What is the
Anybody
Matrix?
give us questions, thoughts, comments, anything like that?
Yeah,
if you
real
want to help
stuff,
keep it
yeah.
rolling, we're going to try to do the best we can do
Like I said before,
to...
Oh, what you doing there?
I'm fixing to do our out note real quick.
Snap.
Snap, he said.
Oh,
It's very
snap.
nice, very nice.
Yeah,
and hopefully this doesn't happen
like for
to
Larry.
end up be a silly move.
Right,
but,
imagine it being like,
you have joined us for keeping it real. Here comes the shaker.
nice. Yeah, like for Larry on this one. We'll catch y'all later.